Okay, hi everyone, welcome to Clarity Tarot. Today we're going to do a reading about how to release that negative thing in your life. Maybe it is a pattern, maybe it's a person, maybe it's a situation like a job situation or a family situation that you just can't seem to let go of. So we're going to have three piles. Pile 1 is this lip gloss. Pile 2 is this tripod, which is now broken, RIP. And pile 3 are these keys. So take a moment, think about which pile might have a message for you. You can certainly choose more than one pile. If you want a personal reading, the information for that is in the description box. I will see you at your pile. Okay, pile 1, if you chose the lip gloss, let's find out what message your God has for you, or spirit, or your higher self, or however you prefer to think about this, has for you about how to move on from that thing, person, pattern in your life that's harming you. We have the 6 of Swords in reverse, 4 of Cups, 8 of Cups in reverse, the High Priestess, 3 of Coins in reverse, and Page of Swords in reverse. How to move on from that thing that's hurting you. So this is an interesting message. My reading's being redirected. So the message that's coming through is you don't actually need to move on from that person, thing, situation, or whatnot. It's possible that you're just looking at this the wrong way, such as in the 4 of Cups. So do you see here how there are all these like gilded birds in front of this woman? And then behind her in the window, there's this one that isn't maybe as shiny, but is just an absolutely wonderful bird. So the 4 of Cups, the message coming through for you is there's some aspect of the situation where you're looking at it like glass half empty or in a really negative or fatalistic way. And there's just no need for that. We have two cards about leaving here that are both reversed. We also have major arcana here of the High Priestess, which is around kind of the unconscious, spirituality. So there's also a message here to connect to your spirituality. Whatever's coming up for you in this situation seems like it's meant for your growth, for your ultimate happiness. And I want to clarify 3 of Coins and Page of Swords, which are both reversed. 3 of Coins is the 3 of Pentacles. Why are Page of Swords reversed and 3 of Coins in this reading? Okay, we have Knight of Wands, 10 of Cups, and 8 of Pentacles, the Empress reversed. I'm sorry about the lighting in this video. I know it's kind of terrible, but I wanted to get this message out. So hopefully y'all are okay with mostly listen mode for this reading. So you've worked really hard to build whatever the situation is that you have. We've got the 10 of Cups here, so I'm thinking it might be a family situation. It could also potentially be work, but it's looking to me like a relationship. And your frustration is coming from your desire to, basically you have a little bit of wanderlust. You want to explore the world, you want to be the Knight of Wands, and you want to be impulsive and almost be like a teenager again kind of thing. But the place this is actually coming from is really interesting. It's from the Empress reversed and the 8 of Pentacles. So here's what this means in this reading. You don't feel like you're the Empress you want to be. You feel like you're the Empress reversed. You want to be upright, of course, because this is like an amazing card and person and figure in the tarot. But you're insecure about that. And so part of what you do is you throw yourself into work and possibly have some patterns of overwork that kind of bolster your self-esteem because you don't feel like you're this Empress person. And that's kind of your problem a little bit. I'm going to pull some advice. Again, the advice is not to leave. The advice is to stick it out, but change some other things in your life. Advice for pile 1, please. And I'm thinking it's related actually to work. Advice for pile 1, please. Yep. Okay. Excuse me. Oh, I am cat sitting for a friend and I'm super allergic to cats. I need to take some Claritin. Okay. Advice for you. Ace of Cups. 6 of Pentacles or 6 of Coins reversed. The Sun. Oh, excuse me. So, the advice for you, number 1, with the 6 of Coins reversed, don't overgive to any of your spaces. Pull back. I think you're used to being very supportive to others, both at work and at home, and it's a little bit overdone. It's burning you out. Pull that back. Focus on where love is overflowing in your life. Do more of that. Chase your dream. Find your happiness. Also, so the Sun is also a Leo card, so this could be suggesting, what it's making me think of is like my North Node is in Leo, which your North Node from your chart is kind of like where you want to direct your energy in your lifetime to kind of balance yourself out and resolve all of your karma and live your best life, basically. So it could be something like that. It could also be talking specifically about a Leo, a person in your life who's born, I think Leo is August. To focus on that person. Yeah, and this didn't come out specifically in the advice, but from the earlier message, I think actually something else is to look at your patterns around work and what that's creating in your life and whether it's healthy for you or not. Okay, pile 1, I hope that resonated for you and was helpful. Please leave me a comment and let me know if it resonated for you or even if it didn't. I'd be curious to hear that. Like, share, and subscribe to the channel so you know when new stuff comes out. Let me know if there's a particular reading you'd be interested to hear, and I will see you next time. Okay. Next, we have, if you picked this tripod thing, how to move on, how to release that toxic person, situation, habit. I actually want to pull from my message card deck, which this is going to be interesting. I'm not sure how this is going to work, but when I feel drawn, I just go with it. So, pile 2, how to release that toxic person, situation, or habit. For pile 2, please. Okay, we have, I'm obsessed with you / the situation. How do we fix this? That came up in reverse. And this is driving me crazy in reverse. So this is actually kind of a simple message, pile 2. How do you release the toxic person pattern? You have to release the belief that you can somehow fix the situation, that there's something that can be done to improve it. There's nothing that can be done to improve this. And this tells me all kinds of things about you, pile 2, all really great things. That you're committed, that you're determined, that you're never say die, that you're loyal, that you want to do hard things in the service of a relationship and harmony. And that is an amazing skill and talent that you have. And it will not help this situation. All it's doing is making you obsessed and driving you a little nuts. However, with this, another message for the "this is driving me crazy" in reverse card, I think you're being really hard on yourself about the mental places this situation is taking you to. And I think you sometimes tell yourself, like, I'm just going crazy. I'm just legit losing my mind. It's over, commit me to an institution. And what Spirit's wanting to say is you're just caught in an obsessive thought pattern. It's not the end of the world. Other people have dealt with this before. You won't be the first or last person to have this experience. But again, the focus is to release the need to fix anything or to improve the situation whatsoever. We also have, at the back of the deck, we have "I miss you" in reverse. So I'm getting this is probably a person. And I'm getting the "I miss you" in reverse. It's from you. It's from your higher self. I mean, do you really want this person? Do you want this kind of drama and childishness in your life that you've experienced with them? I'm getting there are some real big moments over the course of this experience. And I'm getting for a few of you, it was maybe a work experience. That's not all relationship. But I think you just want to be wanted and acknowledged for your loyalty, for your great qualities, and the focus in trying to work this out. So I'm hoping you can get that today. Like, I see you, pile 2. Spirit sees you. Your guides see you. Your God sees you. And you have been so tenacious and hardworking and never giving up on this person, situation, opportunity. But you have to pay attention to how this is actually affecting you and whether you actually want this thing in your life. I mean, would you actually miss this person if you never saw them again? If this is about a toxic habit or substance, for example, would you really miss it if you didn't have that in your life anymore? Think about, the effect that this actually has on your life and connect to your own emotional truth about it. That's what I'm getting from "I miss you." Let's pull some advice for you. Again, I'm going to try and do that from this deck, and we will see how that works. It seems to be working out okay so far. Advice for pile 2. Further advice for pile 2. Okay, we have, I'm taking responsibility for my actions here, and I feel so embarrassed. Upright. Then we have, I'm consumed by guilt and shame in reverse. And do you think about me? I think this one also came up reversed. So the advice for you is to acknowledge what you really wish you would have heard, which in the situation, I think all that you really want from this person or experience or place is for that person to say, I feel a little embarrassed about what happened and how I acted. I want to take responsibility. What would it take for us to, be back on even footing again? And honestly, I get the sense that this could be like a 10 or 15 minute clearing conversation for you. And then you would feel totally fine. It might be part of why you're so frustrated that you can't get this, because it just seems so simple to you. But this person or the situation, they're not bothered the same way you are. I think they're hurt by everything, but they don't have the same level of expectation or integrity isn't exactly the right word. Emotional responsibility, that's what it is. They don't take the same degree of emotional responsibility as you do in life. They don't expect that of their relationships. And it shows. I mean, look at this person's other relationships. Do they seem long-standing, healthy, and free of old wounds, bitterness, or fights? If this is a work situation or a family situation, same question. Does it seem like a place where things get handled the quote-unquote right way, or do things get swept under the rug and all the resentment builds? So, this person in this situation does not share your values, which is part of why it's driving you crazy. It's like you're trying to convert them to your values because it'd be healthier for them. And in some situations, I think you've done this a lot in your life, and it's had a very positive effect in a lot of places. This is just not one of them. It's just not something that it's an immovable force, this one. So the advice for you, I'm getting actually a really specific advice for you, which would be to write down, or even if you wanted to voice record, what you would actually want this person or situation or whatever to say to you. What is it that you're really needing to hear? And then actually read it back to yourself. I'm sorry I'm laughing. It just, to me, it's funny because these kind of things do actually work and trick our brains. And it seems silly sometimes that pretending you're somebody else and reading an apology letter to you can be healing, but it actually can. So if you don't want to do something like that, more just getting clear on what your values are that are being violated and finding other ways to express those. Like, for example, let's say the value that you're having an issue with is emotional responsibility, which is the idea that I take responsibility for my actions, my emotions. I don't project them on other people. If I hurt them, I acknowledge that and try to move forward. You can think about where you've done that in this situation or not. Take a moral accounting of yourself according to that value and see, is there really anything that you could have done more to align with that value and that you could do now that wouldn't even involve contacting this person or place, but just within yourself. And the whole point being, you can be whole and aligned with your own values without anyone else's participation. It's an inside job. It doesn't require anyone other than you. Okay, pile 2, I hope that was helpful. Please leave me a comment and let me know if that resonated with you, or even if it didn't. I'd be curious to hear that. Like, share, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you next time. All right. Oh, excuse me. Pile 3, the keys. Let's find out how to release the toxic pattern or person in your life. Oh, sorry, I had to sneeze again. I really need to just take some Claritin. I'm cat sitting and it's getting to me. Okay. Let's see here. So for pile 3, how can they release that toxic pattern, person, situation? And I'm getting for this one actually that it's maybe more of a pattern. We'll see. So pile 3, Spirit, what does pile 3 need to know about how to release this toxic pattern, person, or place, or group? Queen of Wands upright at the bottom of the deck. And let's see what else we got here. We've got the Fool. We have the 8 of Swords. We have the 2 of Swords. We have the Well. The Hermit and Judgment. King of Pentacles underneath, 2 of Cups, 4 of Pentacles. I'm going to clarify a couple of these because I've got an inkling of where this is going, but why is the Fool in this reading, please? Wow. I'm actually going to take this one. Ace of Pentacles. What about Judgment? Knight of Swords and Nine of Cups. And what about the Well? Two of Swords again, second time in the reading. Six of Coins reverse, the Fool again, and the Sun came out kind of sideways. We also have a Six of Cups back there. Ten of Wands reverse in the bottom of the deck. Yeah, I'm kind of getting, don't do much of anything. To release this toxicity, stay within your own energy. Stay within your own space. Don't be trying to do a whole lot. I mean, the Queen, actually I do want to clarify the Queen of Swords, Queen of Wands at the bottom of the deck, because that's, for me, like an action card, and a lot of the rest of these here are don't take action cards. The Moon. I wonder if you're a little esoteric or witchy, my pile threes. So here's what you do to release this toxicity. Do some self-reflection of trying to understand what's real and what's illusion in the situation. Be aware of your desire to create change, to start something new, to change it all completely. But Spirit is saying you're in this Eight of Swords, Two of Swords place, which means you're kind of feeling like you're going back and forth in your mind all the time. You're not sure what to do. You feel kind of stuck and trapped. And Spirit is saying, this is kind of on purpose. I know it's uncomfortable for you, but there's stuff here for you to pay attention to. And I think it might actually be kind of related to you not staying with your feet to the fire long enough. There's some situation in your life where it feels like there's a lot of suffering for you, perhaps, and you're just wanting to wrap that up and move on, to not have that painful experience in your life anymore. Let's say it's a pattern. And let's say it's that you stay up too late, drink too much caffeine, sleep like 3 hours a night, and then are really tired all day and feel anxious and depressed a lot of the time, and it's all from this sleep and like caffeine cycle that you're on. The opposite of the advice, what you should definitely not do, don't wake up tomorrow and say, okay, I'm going to change everything. I am quitting caffeine. I'm going to bed at 9 p.m. every night, and, etc. Spirit is saying, do nothing, observe. See what's going on. Maybe even do some tarot readings about it with the Moon and the Queen of Wands here. Do some journaling about it. Do some therapy. There's some reason that you're doing this. Like you're medicating yourself somehow. Why is that? What is this about for you? What is, be on your own side for a minute and choose to believe, okay, my body, soul, spirit, mind is doing this pattern or in this toxic place or with this toxic person, and I'm having trouble letting go of that. What would be a positive reason for that? For example, I guess let's go back to the caffeine example. Maybe you've gotten in that pattern because it helps you manage both your anxiety about work and your energy level to get things done during the work hours. And then when you get at night, it just kind of messes up your sleep schedule, but it's functional for you during the day because it helps you kind of burn through all of your tasks and feel alert enough and distracted enough to not be overcome by your performance anxiety. One example. So the advice for you, if that was you, would be uncover that why. Like, why is it that you're doing this? And it's to serve a positive reason. Like, that's a positive reason, right? Being able to be effective at work and manage your performance anxiety. Very good things. So just stopping the behavior isn't going to help you until you understand the positive thing that it's serving in you. Once you know that, then you can attempt to replace that with a more positive pathway. I think that's it. Let me just see if I'm going to clear this for a second and then just see if there's anything Spirit wants to mention that I missed or said incorrectly or whatnot. It'd be really great to get like an Ace of Swords right now, which is kind of like the ultimate pat on the back when you're doing a tarot reading. It's like, yes, everything you said is exactly right and so true. But we'll just see. Okay, Spirit, anything I missed here that I should mention? Apparently a bunch of things. Okay. Six of Coins at the bottom of the deck. Oh yeah, I kind of didn't mention that. It was in the mix here. Pay attention to where your energy is going. Energy in, energy out. Okay, all the things I missed. Seven of Wands reversed. Ace of Wands upright. The Devil reversed. Page of Swords reversed. Three of Wands upright. Queen of Swords and Strength. Pause for just 1 second. Okay, sorry about that. I just wanted to look up Seven of Wands reversed in this deck. So the other thing that Spirit wants you to know that I definitely didn't mention is, you know, whatever this pattern or experience is that is coming up for you, it's because you're feeling overwhelmed, unsuccessful, spread too thin, and like you can't let go of things that are negative for you. And so maybe, like, let's say it's this caffeine thing and you've tried 100 times to show up to that differently and you're just so frustrated with yourself. Like, have some gentleness and grace for yourself that you haven't been able to release a negative pattern. A lot of us have these things in all kinds of different areas. It's okay. It's not the end of the world. This too shall pass. And what this pattern or situation is creating in you is Queen of Swords and Strength. It's making you, well, approach more things in your life with this massive machete and not to be messed with attitude. And you're really balancing the sides of yourself, like your gentleness with your aggression or assertiveness. So there are good things coming out of this kind of thorn in your side, as it were. There is something about it that's tied to your creativity as well, that's fueling your creativity. So overall, I think what Spirit wanted me to highlight is this: you're feeling bad about it because it makes you feel unsuccessful in some way or like a failure in some way. And you need to see this as a pattern that even though it's not entirely healthy, or a place or a person that's not entirely healthy for you, it serves a purpose. It's connecting you to a side of yourself that has been dormant for a while, and that you will always have now, and you won't always have this pattern. It's not going to be forever. All right, pile 3. I hope that resonated for you. Please leave me a comment and let me know if it did or if it didn't. I'd be curious to hear that. Like, share, and subscribe to the channel, and I will see you next time. Thanks. Bye.